Today we will go to new topic, new chapter, that is Java inheritance. Some points I will write and I will explain. So if it is possible simultaneously that you can write also. It is one of the important feature of object-oriented programming. The process in which the properties the process in which the properties of one class is transferring to another class is known as inheritance. The properties are transferring from which class is known as superclass, and this is also called as parent class. The class which is derived from superclass is known as subclass. Inheritance, it provides the concept of reusability, which is the main advantage. I will explain what exactly the concept of reusability. Here we create subclass by using, there is a keyword you remember, extends keyword. So extends keyword, once that we have used, that means that is the concept of inheritance. Okay, suppose one class property is transferring to another class, so that is inheritance. Suppose we have two classes, A class and B class. So what do you mean by class property? From the what class chapter that already I have given the clarity. So whatever anything is present inside a class, that is class property. Basically, class contains what? Data or method or data and method. Okay. So now this is called as what? Superclass. Superclass or parent class. And this is called as subclass or child class. So what is the advantage or why inheritance? The answer is reusability. I will explain what exactly the term reusability. Okay, so we will see. So the process in which the properties of one class is transferring to another class. So that is known as inheritance. We will see first by taking an example that we will get the clarity. Suppose I have a class A. Let I have a class A. Suppose one method I will define. Let method name is M1. I will write one statement system.out.println. suppose high. So what I did, A is a class. Inside A class, M1 method, one method I define. So that method name is M1, body is high, one output statement. This M1 method definition is the property of A class. Currently, I was telling whatever the class containing, that is the property of that class. Now, I will create a subclass. I will create a child class. How? Class class name. There is a keyword extends another class name. So after extends, whatever you specify the class name, so that is parent class or that will be super class. So here now B is subclass, A is super class, or we can say B is child class, A is parent class, but B is a class. Now in B class, one method I am defining. Let the method name is M2. One output statement I am writing. Let hello. So here we have two classes, A class and B class. Particularly in this context A is super class and here B is subclass. Clear? So A class property is M1 method definition. B class property is M2 method definition. Now we will go to main method. Class inheritance example 1. Let public static void main string args. Now in main method, so first line is the object declaration. So that already we have known. But here the question will arise. We have two classes, A class and B class. Which class object I will take? So inheritance concept is saying with the help of one object you declare, and through that object we will access all superclass and subclass property. So there may be confusion whether I will take A class object or I will class B class object. We will check. Suppose I will first take A class object. A object name equals to new class name. Suppose I declared A class object. Obj is the object of A class that I declared. Then after object declaration, we know that object dot method name. Let M1 method obj dot M2 method. Whatever we have the property. Just we will do analysis. Obj dot M1 method. That means M1 method is invoking by the object obj. Then M1 method definition will execute. Obj is the object of A class. M1 method definition is the property of A class. So here there is no problem. So M1 method coming from A class. So that's why M1 method will invoke by A class object. Then M1 method definition will execute. So here in this line there is no problem. But now we will come to next line. Control will come to next line for execution. The next statement is obj.m2 method. So M2 method is the property of B class. Obj is the object of A class. A class means superclass. But M2 method definition is the subclass property. So this line will give the error. We will see. If the error it will come, then we will get a clarity. Superclass object is not able to access parent class property. Sorry, child class property. Superclass object never access child class property. M2 method definition is the B class property. B is a child class, subclass. We will see. Now I will save inheritance, inheritance example 1 dot java. Now I will do all files, then I will save. I will go to command prompt java c inheritance example 1 dot java to see error that we got. Cannot find symbol obj.m2. So from this error, what we got clarity. So there is a note point that we got. Child class property never accessed by superclass object. Superclass object never access subclass property that we saw. So here the concept is saying through one object we will access all superclass and subclass property. So here superclass object I declared. Through that superclass object I tried to access M1 method, M2 method definition, that is the superclass property and subclass property, but in this line error came. So that's why I will consider B class object. Instead of superclass object, suppose I will declare subclass object. Okay, now I will save. Now I saved my program and I will see Java C. Program name is inheritance example 1 dot Java. Then Java space class name inheritance example 1. So happily we got the output. That means hi and hello we got the output. So we will do analysis. So here obj.m1 obj is B class object or a B type of object. B is a subclass or child class. M1 method is the property of A class, means superclass property. So it is valid because already we have got the output. So what we got a point here? The subclass object, the child class object can access a superclass property. So this part we got. The subclass object can access superclass property that we saw because already we got the output. Then in this line there is no problem. M2 method is its own property. M2 method definition is the property of B class. Obj is the object of B class. So when this line will execute, happily it will execute. There is no problem. So we studied at the time of object declaration, particularly in inheritance context. So which class object that we are taking? That is child class object or subclass object. Why? Because subclass object is able to access superclass property as well as its own property. So I hope everybody got clarity. So you write, give a response. Okay, so you write all these things, otherwise you take a screenshot. Another example I will show you for again better clarity. So this is the one ability of subclass object. Subclass object can access super class property. So what is a super class and what is subclass? And in object declaration, which class object we are taking, we are declaring. Subclass object we are declaring. Okay, so I will go to another example. Suppose let class A, let int x. So simply this, only one data member that the class A has. That is the property of A class. Whatever within curly bracket begin, curly bracket end, whatever anything is present, that is the property of that class. Let int x, that is the property of A class. Now I will create a subclass, class B extends A. Let int y. Now one method I will define, get method, suppose. Now I will write x equals to 400, y equals to 500. So immediately question will arise, sir, x is the property of A class. X physically not available in B class. But directly we can access get method is the property of B class. A is a super class, B is a subclass. Get method is the property of B class. But in get method definition, what I have written? X equals to 400. But X not available in B. X is the property of A. So without any physical existence of X, but we are accessing, we can manipulate. So get method is the property of B class. So another note point that we got, previously we saw subclass object can access superclass property, but here subclass property can access superclass property. Get method is the subclass property. So this note point we can write also. The subclass property can access superclass property. The subclass property can access superclass property. From this that we got. So I can write another method void show. Let's show method, another method I will define. To output statement I will write system.out.println x equals to the value of x. System.out.println, so y equals to the value of y. This. So based on the output statement, output message will display in picture. So in show method also, I accessed the value of x for display. So here we got a point. The subclass property is also able to access superclass property. Then I will go to main method class, inheritance, example to public, static void main, string args. Now, so previously we studied at the time of object declaration, we will take subclass object always, because subclass object can access superclass property as well as its own property. So here I will take subclass object b obj equals to new class name. Then obj dot get method, then obj dot show method. So here there is no problem because get method is the property of B class. Show method is the property of B class. So when get method will invoke by B class object obj, then get method definition will execute. When this line will execute, show method definition will execute. So based on show method body to output statement, x equals to 400, y equals to 500, it will come to the picture. Okay, so now I will save inheritance example2.java. I will do all files. I will save. Go to command prompt java c space file name inheritance example2.java. Then java space class name inheritance example2. So happily we got the output x equals to 400 and y equals to 500. So I hope everybody got clarity. So here subclass property can access superclass property. Here also what this representing the concept of reusability. Superclass property here that have used int x available in a class. So this property anytime, any number of time, again we can use also in subclass. There is no problem. So superclass property again use in subclass. That is the meaning of reusability, and that is the advantage of inheritance because any times superclass property we will use in subclass. I will give an example for again for better clarity. One scenario that I will show you, and as a, what through that scenario everybody will get the clarity what exactly the concept of reusability. So give a response. I hope everybody got clarity. Give a response first. Okay, what is inheritance and what is superclass and what is subclass? So what are the abilities of subclass object and subclass property? Subclass object can access a superclass property as well as its own property. Similarly, subclass property can access a superclass property. Okay, so inheritance, the term means there is a superclass and there is a subclass. Extends keyword we are using. So extends keyword meant for inheritance. So in this way, overall you remember. Then we will go to what is reusability. Any in future, if suppose any interviewer will ask you why inheritance or what is the advantage of inheritance, simple answer that you will give reusability. Okay, so I will show you a scenario. Okay, then we will go to what is reusability. Reusability. One scenario suppose I am giving. So nowadays bank is providing varieties of loans. One day one bank came to you guys. So one day a bank came, bank officials came. They told to you guys, can you develop an application for me? And through that application, whatever our bank is providing all loan, varieties of loan. So through that application, all loan will manage. Now, like the bank officials told to you guys. Then you got happy. Then you what confirmed, okay, not an issue. So happily we can develop the loan application, the application. So where your loan will manage. Nowadays bank is providing various types of loans. So like let it vehicle loan, let it personal loan, let it home loan. So like varieties of loan bank is providing. Then you confirmed, okay, so you gave the consent, okay, not an issue, we people that we will develop the application. Now then you have no knowledge regarding inheritance. You have simply you have the knowledge about class and object. So what you did, without inheritance you developed this application. Without inheritance you develop this application. How? You have some knowledge regarding class and object. Class, vehicle loan. Okay, 300 methods you define. Number of a task, number of a method definition. Similarly, personal loan, class, personal loan. In this way, you designed and developed 300 methods you define. 300 methods you define. Then class home loan. Similarly, 300 methods you define. So, how many number of methods that you define? Total number of methods 900 methods. So, without inheritance, you developed in this way. Total number of methods is 900 methods, and happily your application executed and you what tested in every aspects, you got the output. Then you thought, okay, so we will uh, show our application to Trilochon sir, and once Trilochon sir will verify, then we will hand over, we will deliver to bank. So then what you did, so again you came to my office and you told, sir, we have developed an application for a bank. So just you check once. You just verify. So it is a good application. So you check it. Now, so I saw, I verified, I checked. Everything is perfect. Any type of input that we are taking and we are getting output, there is no problem. So regarding input and output, so I saw everything is right. Everything is right. There is no problem. But I saw somewhere that I felt somewhere what code is becoming heavyweight. Program is becoming heavyweight. How? Some observation that I did, some observation what I found in vehicle loan class and in personal loan class and in home loan class. Maximum common property that you guys have presented. Then you ask, sir, how? You see, nowadays you go to any bank for any type of loan. Suppose I went to a bank and I what suppose I applied for personal loan. Maximum common documents that you have to submit: Aadhaar card, PAN card, address proof, salary slip, IT file return. Maximum every loan, any type of loan nowadays, if you will what want to bring any type of loan, and if you will go to bank, so this is common. For vehicle loan, you have to submit Aadhaar card, PAN card, address proof salary slip. In personal loan, same document. In home loan, same document. In home loan, nowadays, just little bit additional document that you have to submit. That is your land document. Otherwise, in any type of loan, if you want to avail, if you want to apply in any bank, maximum 99% document is common. You have to show your income proof, you have to show your IT file return document, you have to show your address proof. So 99% document is common. So here, whatever you have developed this application, that I observed in vehicle loan property, some property in personal loan, some maximum property in home loan, some property is common. Then I suggested to you guys, you learn inheritance from python-tpoints.com. Then you develop this application with inheritance, means using the inheritance concept, you develop the application. Then you studied inheritance from Silan Software and python-tpoints.com. Then after getting knowledge on inheritance, then you developed this that application with inheritance. How? You developed a class loan. So here, the common property, the property which is in vehicle loan class, which is in personal loan class, which is in home loan class, that common property, let's suppose 250 methods common property you defined in loan class. Now vehicle loan class, vehicle loan extends loan. So that means vehicle loan you considered as subclass. Then loan is superclass, means loan is parent class or vehicle loan is child class. Then here remaining 50 methods, because common property 250 methods that already we have taken in loan class. So 50 methods you defined here. Similarly, class personal loan extends loan class. Remaining 50 methods you defined here. Similarly, so vehicle loan, personal loan and home loan you consider as child class or subclass. Class home loan extends loan class. So remaining 50 methods you define. So in this way you develop this application. Then with inheritance, how many methods that you define? 250, 50, 50, 50, 150. 250 plus 150, 400. So total number of methods 400, 400, 400 methods. Total number of methods 400. You see, without inheritance 900, with inheritance 400, straight 500 methods reduced. Now I can say with inheritance this code is lightweight, without inheritance this code is heavyweight. 500 methods directly reducing, code complexity is reducing. This is one advantage that we got. So reusability. So this 250 method, this property is superclass property. Loan is superclass. This property not available in vehicle loan, not available in personal loan class, not available in home loan class. But anytime as per the requirement, if you require, so anytime this property you can use here, this property you can use here, this property you can use here. So superclass property you can use in subclass any moment, because currently we studied subclass property can access a superclass property. Subclass property is able to access superclass property currently that we saw. So this is reusability, and this is the advantage. Code complexity is reducing. Superclass property again already it have used here in loan class. The super this property superclass property again used in subclass is known as reusability. So if you will write the superclass property again used in subclass property or subclass is known as reusability. Without any physical existence, superclass property not available in subclass, but we can use. So that representing reusability, and this is the main advantage of inheritance. If somebody will ask you what is the main advantage of inheritance or why inheritance, the simple answer that you will give, sir, reusability. So what is reusability? Superclass property again used in subclass. Okay, that is reusable.